On the battlefield, smoke rolled like a low cloud across the bitterly cold plain. A shell whistled through the air and landed just behind Jamie and Sarah. Then a burst of cannon fire thundered from the grassy knoll over to the right, while a sharp crack of muskets issued from the left. A line of infantry started to advance on them with fixed bayonets and firing as they came. A soldier just in front of them was hit and fell to the ground, writhing and screaming horribly. Suddenly an officer rode up, cheering on his men. He wore a splendid uniform with a white cocked hat and constantly threw his hands up into the air as if hoping a beach ball would fall into them.
What's the matter with him? He's acting like a complete wally.
Looks like you're not the only one to think so. The director's doing his nut.
Cat! What's wrong with you today, Simon? Pierre Bezukhov would not ride around his men throwing his hands up and down like a demented go-go dancer. He'd keep a tight hold of his reins for a start.
I'm sorry, I thought I'd just introduce a bit of method acting into my part.
Method, my foot. Madness, more like. Get down from that horse and I'll tell you how I want you to play it.
Okay, so how do you want me to do it?
Well, for a start, people have to believe you're an officer. Believe, trained in the ways of war. Very idea. I have been. Yes, go on.
He's so good in that TV series. How could he make such a mess of the part?
Being in a soap's nothing like acting in a real drama like War and Peace, is it?
I still can't believe he's such a terrible actor. After all, he was the main reason we applied to be extras on this series. I was looking forward to getting his autograph.
I don't get it either. It's as if he's trying to act badly.
Lunch break. Everybody back at 2 o'clock.
Come on, Jamie. Let's get to the canteen before everyone else does.
Good idea. It's hungry work watching people act.
Race you there!
Oi! I wasn't ready! Showing the queue so long. I fancy one of those burgers.
Wouldn't if I were you.
That bad, huh?
No, only joking. I don't think we've met.
I'm Jamie, and this is my sister Sarah.
We're supposed to be innocent civilians caught up on the battlefield.
I'm Nigel Armstrong.
Oh, isn't your sister playing the Countess, Natasha Rostova?
That's right. Kay's not only playing Simon's lady love in the film, she's his girlfriend in real life too.
Hi, nice.
Oh, hello, Ross. Have you met Sarah and Jamie?
I don't think I've had the pleasure.
You look as if you've been in the wars.
What? Oh, my severed arm. I lose it every time we do that take, so I carry it round with me everywhere I go.
Looks a bit gory.
Only a bit of blood.
A bit? You're covered in this stuff.
All part of the job. Isn't that right, Nige?
Absolutely.
You two enjoying yourselves?
We were.
Until we saw Simon's performance this morning.
Oh, don't let that worry you. All actors have their off days. I've known Simon a long time. We were at drama school together. He'll be as right as rain this afternoon.
Is it true you both auditioned for Pierre Bezukhov?
Yes. Well, Simon was bound to get it. He's so well known as that idiot investigator on the box. But I'll get the big one next time. Meanwhile, I'm understudying Simon as well as playing a shot-up Russian infantryman.
Speak of the devil.
Nigel, do me a favour, would you?
What's that?
Go to my trailer and feed Hetty for me. I've got to be somewhere else.
Who's Hetty?
His cat.
Okay, soon as I've had my lunch.
Well, thanks very much, Nige. I'll know where not to come next time I want something done, won't I?
I'm sorry, Simon. I'll go now, straight away. No problem.
That's more like it. Here are the keys. Try not to lose them.
I think I'm going off Simon Reeve in a big way.
Me too. Who does he think he is?
I suppose I better go and feed that wretched Hetty. Goodness knows why he has to take his cat with him everywhere he goes.
We'll come with you. I'd love to see the inside of a Star's trailer.
You go. I'll bring your lunch over. I'm feeling generous today.
Thanks.
Ah, this is the one.
Hetty! Hetty! Oh, it's a marmalade cat.
Hey, come and have a look at this huge widescreen telly.
If you think that's big, you should see the size of the fridge freezer. You could get a couple of oxen into it.
What's that you've got, Hetty? It's a screwed up piece of paper.
Anything interesting?
It's a note from someone.
Well, what does it say?
Dear Pierre, your darling Natasha has been whisked away. She will not be returned in time for a next scene or any other scene.
Did you say Natasha?
That's what it says here.
That's the part my sister's playing. What is that you've got there?
I don't know. Just a scrap of paper Hetty was playing with.
Let me see.
Here.
She'll not have any other scene, unless you make a complete ass of yourself on the battlefield this morning. Do this, or Natasha will never work again. In the lunch break, find the cannon marked with a cross at the eastern end of the battlefield. There you'll find further instructions. The rest's in big letters. Don't tell anyone about this, or Natasha will suffer. Well, what do you make of that?
Sounds like Simon's being blackmailed. That explains all the bad acting and everything.
And Kay's been kidnapped.
Oh, we can't just stand around talking about it. We've got to do something.
How can we? Simon's not supposed to have told anyone, is he?
He hasn't told us. We found out for ourselves. Come on, we've got to find that cannon with the cross.
Out you go then. I better lock up.
Here's your lunch. I got burgers. Hope that's okay. Hey, what's up? You all look grim.
Sorry, Ross. Can't tell you. Thanks for lunch. Come on, you two.
Okay.
All right.
Don't mention it. It was a pleasure.
They crossed the Lincolnshire battlefield that was currently the site of the Battle of Borodino. Massive artillery batteries stood silent. Animal trainers were feeding horses. Horribly mutilated soldiers who had been slain on the battlefield a short while earlier now leant against the wheels of ammunition wagons, pouring tea from flasks and munching sandwiches.
Look! There's Simon. He's found the cannon.
He's pulling something out of it.
Can you see what it is?
Something white. Like a scarf.
Oh no!
Come on, Jamie. What is it, Simon?
What are you doing here?
We read the note in your trailer. Accidentally on purpose, if you see what I mean.
What's that you found in the cannon?
It's a scarf I gave to Kay for her birthday last month. A white silk scarf. Now look at it.
It's all covered in blood.
For all I know, she could be...
What's that pinned on the back of the scarf?
It's another note.
Let's have a look. Well done, Mr. Superstar. You made a chump of yourself as ordered. And Natasha will need a blood transfusion unless you publicly insult Freddie Randall and the rest of the cast and crew this afternoon. You are to make yourself very unpopular, or Natasha will suffer.
Oh, my poor darling.
What are you going to do?
What can I do? Make myself even more unpopular, I suppose. But Freddie's already told me that if the part's too much for me, I can be replaced. If I upset him any more, he'll sack me. Then it'll be splashed all over the papers.
What's more important? Your part in a telly-series or Kay's safety?
Yes, I suppose you're right.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Poor Simon. First he has to do some really awful acting, and now he'll have to upset everyone, which could lose him his part. I wonder who could be doing this to him.
Hey, look! Over there!
Where?
By those old houses. I saw someone go into one of them.
Yeah, so? There are loads of people about.
He seemed to be acting suspiciously. He was wearing a long black cloak, and he looked over his shoulder before he went in.
Is that all? That's not very suspicious.
And he put on a sort of balaclava thing that covered his face.
Now that is suspicious. Let's get over there. Shh. Somebody upstairs. I'm going up there.
We're coming with you.
You must eat, Countess. Look, I brought you chicken, chips and salad, with 2 sachets of mayonnaise. Aren't I the thoughtful one?
Please, you have to let me go. I've got an important scene this afternoon.
It's Kay.
I'm sorry, Natasha. They'll have to shoot around you. I need certain news, I'm afraid, before I let you go.
That's it. I've heard enough. I'm going in there.
We're right behind you.
Nigel!
It's all right, Kay. I've come to rescue you from the hands of this evil kidnapper. How dare you frighten my sister?
Get off me! Ow!
Jamie, grab him!
Okay.
Look, he's dropped his keys.
I'll get them!
Help me! I'm me have a go at him!
Oh, no, steady on, Gay.
You creep! Get out of my sight! Out! Go away!
Oh, 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 oh. Ow.
I think he might have hurt himself falling down those stairs.
Good.
Quick, get down there.
There he is! I'll hold him. You take his balaclava off.
Thought you could get away with kidnapping my sister, did you?
It's Ross!
Ross Morley! How could you?
Don't turn me over to the police. I think I may have broken my leg.
I suppose we'd better call for an ambulance.
I'll do it.
I don't get it. I thought Ross and Simon were mates.
It's not hard to understand. They trained together, but it was Simon who became the star, while Ross still plays bit parts.
So he got jealous, you mean?
I suppose he thought that if Simon got the sack, he'd get to play the part of Pierre, which would make his name.
It probably would have too. Don't ever tell Simon I said this. But I
I'm
think
sorry, I
Ross
can't
is
continue.
actually the better actor.
What's the matter now?
What's all
You call
that
this
about?
lighting?
Oh no, it's Simon!
Hurry, we must stop him!
You've got the sun beaming down on you. What do you want?
And this costume, how can I work under these conditions? Call yourselves actors? I've seen performing elephants with more talent. And as for our director, Mr. Freddie Randall...
Simon, please! Don't say any more.
Kay, are you all right?
You were saying, Mr. Reeve?
Oh, don't take any notice of him. He was just winding you up.
Was he indeed? Well, you're fired, Reeve.
Fired?
That's what I said. Where's that understudy? Get him here!
He asked me to give you this letter.
You're luckier than you deserve, Mr. Reeve. It seems your understudy is incapacitated, which leaves me no choice but to let you carry on. But one more word out of place and you're fired. Whatever the cost. Got it?
Whew, that was a close call. Now you're safe, Kay. I want to hear all about it.
It can wait. You'd better not be late for your scene, or Freddie Randall will give you the sack. You heard what he said.
You're right. I'll go and give him the performance of my life. Hey, Hetty, what are you doing here? Nigel, didn't you feed her? Really, you can't trust anybody to do anything. Come on, Hetty. I'll get you your lunch. Don't worry.
I don't know. Actors.
You mean he's forgotten about Kay already?
No, I meant the cat. I did feed her. She's just having him on.
She's probably hoping there's a part for a Marmalade Cat in War and Peace. She must get pretty bored sitting in Simon's trailer all day.
Well, I don't know about you lot, but I'm going to watch Simon put in the performance of his life. Anyone care to join me?
Yeah, sure. After all, we came here to see him.
Come on then.
The music in On the Battlefield is taken from Tchaikovsky's Italian Capriccio and Festival Overture 1812. The 1812 overture starts quietly, with the peaceful sound of cellos and violas playing an old Russian hymn. Woodwind, horns and side drum play a march-like tune. we hear fragments of the French national anthem, La Marseillaise, as the music grows more furious. Over a long roll on the timpani, the excitement grows, and then the full horror of the battle breaks, amid the terrifying sound of cannon fire. As the music draws to its mighty conclusion, bells ring out, and even the cannon joins in. Now not firing in war, but in celebration. The Italian Capriccio begins with a trumpet fanfare. Later, the oboes play a rocking dance tune. The violins play a broad, expansive melody, one of the best-known tunes of the piece. The slow music from the opening returns, leading to a quick and exciting tarantella. Next we hear a sprightly dance, played by two oboes and tambourine. The music grows in speed and excitement to the end. These are just some of the highlights of Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture and Italian Capriccio. You are bound to discover more every time you listen.